It's a moment, ladies and gentlemen. It's a moment. N.O.R.E, a.k.a. N.O.R.E, is in the building. Show love, show love.
First
Big
off,
up
I
yourself.
don't think I've done an interview in 2 years, and I don't think I've been to 99 JAMZ in about like 5, 6, maybe 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah, because I haven't been doing music, but you know, seeing you the other night at Piece by Piece, you know, I wanted you to host, and you asked, and I was like, of course, you know what I mean. I think it's time. I think it's a good thing to promote. I didn't know what I was doing being a part of that movie. I actually say it in the movie. I say, I don't know what.
No, but before
Yeah.
you tossed it to me, because I hosted the screening for Piece by Piece,
Yep.
Pharrell's new movie on his musical journey. It's like a documentary based on Legos, which is huge.
Right.
You said that when he was interviewing you, you had no idea what he was prepping you
No,
for.
he didn't tell me at all. And what's funny about that, what I didn't say at the preview, was Teddy Riley was in front of me. And Teddy Riley said he did it 5 years before, so he really didn't know.
Okay.
So I didn't know. I did mine like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Pusha knew everything. So it was Teddy Riley, it was me, it was Teddy Riley, his family. Teddy Riley brought his whole family. It was me, my whole family, and then Pusha T behind me. So basically what happened was, you know, Pharrell, he has this, you know, these like 40 people who work for him. And when they put you on the email, it's like 40 of them, right? Like, and this is like, wow, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know if you're talking to the marketing department. So they was hitting my friend Mr. Lee, and they were saying, you know, because I agreed to it. I just
That's
did.
Mr. Lee?
Yes, that's Mr. Lee.
What up, Mr. Lee?
Yeah. He's not Asian, by the way. Yeah. So they was hitting them, and they were very adamant. You know what I mean? And anything I say I'm gonna do, I do it, and especially with me and Pharrell's relationship. So I didn't bother asking. So maybe it's my fault too, because maybe I should have asked more, like, what is this? What is this about? And they were asking, you know, weird questions and good questions, and I knew that. But the thing that I appreciate after me going to see the movie the second time, that's when you was there, was I think that if he would have told me I would have been a Lego, I would have tried to act like a Lego.
What do you mean? So I don't understand. So did they get your body movements?
Nah.
Like,
So what happened was. It was over the phone interview, which is weird, right? So they taped it on their side, we taped it on our side, audio and visual, because I knew it was something special, but I definitely didn't know it was Lego. And very seldomly at the end they mentioned that it was animation. But when you think animation, you're thinking like the Boondocks, you know what I mean? Something you're not thinking of Simpsons and Lego and something like that. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I did it, and then it was crazy because he still didn't call me and let me know, like, as it was coming out. So I had to hear it from real time. Like, my kids is calling me like, Dad, why you ain't tell me I'm in the Lego movie? And I want to seem cool, like, because, you know, it's things like that, you know?
No, but they saw the preview for it?
We saw the preview at the same time.
Wow.
So like, I'm talking about, you know, wherever my kids was at coming from school, I was, you know, working, and all of them hit me at the same time. But then my friends are hitting me at the same time, like, yo, you ain't tell me you was in a Lego movie. And part of me was embarrassed, because I was like, damn, I should have knew that. But then I realized, man, I would have told somebody. I would have told somebody.
I'm in the next Lego movie.
So, and somebody would have told somebody, and before you know it, they're like, yo, N.O.R.E just blew up everything. So I really appreciated that. I really appreciate the creativity. You know what I mean? I love the fact that he kept in, because this man has an illustrious life. He has a luxurious life. Like, you know what I'm saying? He could have skipped over my part.
No. There was some very monumental things that happened in your part. Let's talk about that real quick.
Of course. You know, I was. I don't want to say I was the first person to work with Pharrell, because obviously during the movie we wasn't. But I was the first person to work with Pharrell on camera. Like, meaning, people. I don't know. He had like a different look. I don't want to say weird, but it was like a different look at the time.
Skateboarder.
And yeah, we're baggy jeans, 5X t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? Smoking everywhere, and you know, he's the exact opposite. So I remember he played me one beat, and I was like, I love this beat. But it was like, you know, renting an apartment. You don't want the realtor to know that you like the beat, you like the house. So then the second beat, I was like, wow, it was even better. And then the third beat, he said to me, don't listen to this until you get to Miami. Ironically, I was on my way to Miami. So I remember where I was staying at. It was the Kent Hotel. It's not the best hotel in the world. I didn't know that then. I was, you know, a new coming to Miami person. And I remember me being curious to listen to the beat, but it was a bunch of girls. I wasn't married at the time, but it was a bunch of girls that was at the lobby. And they start talking to me, and I was like, okay, I'm talking back, and I'm sitting there. I keep thinking about the beat, but I'm talking back.
What was the beat?
It happened to be Super Thug.
Okay.
So I'm talking back, and then I see one of the girls. I think she said, "Oh, so you ready to party?" And I was like, What does that mean? Like, and I felt like, oh, they might be hookers. Like, oh, these not even regular girls. Like, I'm sitting there, so I'm like, oh no, I don't do that. And I went upstairs, and I listened to the two beats, and I listened to the third beat, and he was on there, and he said, Manuel Noriega, he's in the Philippines. And I was just like, I heard that, and I was just like, no one had never made a beat for me at the time. So I was like, I wrote the whole thing right then and there. I didn't care about partying. My friends, they kept partying with the hookers. But I stayed upstairs. I wrote the whole thing. And the very next day, I was supposed to stay in Miami because Pharrell was going to lock in the Marlin Hotel. But I didn't. I flew back to New York, and we stayed at Right Track. Mm-hmm. And I remember laying the whole hook. The whole rhyme, because I wrote it as one. And I said, what, one, what, two. That's how I counted my bars. So I had laid the whole thing like one take. And I went to smoke a cigarette or something. I don't smoke cigarettes no more.
Good
but I
for
went
you.
to smoke a cigarette because I hated the smell of cigarettes. I would smoke
I
cigarettes.
remember one time I ran into you and you had iced
Newport,
Newport box. I said, shame on you, N.O.R.E. Shame on you.
It was an embarrassing moment in my life. But anyway, so I'm saying to him, like, let's come back and let's fix the hook and let's do the hook and we'll be good. And he was like, we already got the hook. And I was like, what? And he was like, he said it in the movie. He was like, he spent half of his career being arrogant. And I gotta co-sign that. Like, beginning Pharrell was very, very arrogant, but it was in a good way. Like, it wasn't in like a offensive or offending me type of way. Yeah. It was like, yo, I'm the best producer, and I'm telling you, I'm the best producer. So I listened to him, and I remember telling him, I was like, yo, they're going to laugh at me. He said, and you going to laugh all the way to the bank. And I was like, whoa. And I remember me having 2 hit records with him. It was Super Thug and then Oh No. After that, the album had came out. I went platinum. Couldn't believe it. Then I came back with him, and we did a record called Oh No. He made me hire Hype Williams. Hype Williams hired Cheaters. Hype Williams built me $50,000.
You said Cheaters.
Cheaters. Like I mean, Pharrell was on some futuristic stuff back then.
Yeah, space.
He came to me and said, listen, what we going to do, he said, we're going to hire Cheaters, and they're going to have a Animal Thug chain on, and we're going to go to a fight. And I remember me not knowing what a budget is at the time, even though I had a hit record. I remember us eating craft food, and all these models was coming out, and they're eating chicken sauté, and they're eating lettuce wraps. And I'm like, where's this good food coming from? They're like, Hype Williams trailer. So I go in Hype Williams trailer, and he literally had almost $50,000 worth of Mr. Childs. So I was like, yo, that's dope. He's like, this is for you, N.O.R.E. And I was like, the whole time I'm like, he's lying. This is not for me. Like, he never invited me to the trailer.
Yeah.
But what he was trying to say is, this is on you, N.O.R.E. like this, you paying for this. So I remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then me finding out that I had to pay for that.
All of it.
Like, all of that, it was all on me. But even the Cheaters, like, Pharrell had a vision. And I remember even the first meeting that I had with Hype Williams cost me like $1,200.
Just for a meeting? Just
for the meeting. He told me to that he wanted to, at the time, Trump was cool. He was like, yo, meet me at the Trump Hotel. We're gonna get a room, and we're gonna call Roy Jones. Roy Jones.
Yeah.
So Roy Jones was the hottest boxer at this time. My favorite boxer, by the way. So I called Roy Jones, and I said, would you be interested in being in our video with me, Pharrell, Hype Williams, and whatever we have to do, to compensate you. And I remember him, it was 2 things that were so dope. 1, Roy Jones said, I don't need compensation.
That's dope. And
2, he said, we don't have to fake a fight. You come to my real fight. Ooh. And I remember how cocky that was. Yeah. Like, what? What if you get knocked out? We got this on tape. Like, we're like, and Roy
Who
Jones.
was he fighting?
I forget, but he washed that boy up.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if he lost, that would have been a different
If he would have
situation.
lost, we wouldn't even be able to use the footage.
Yeah.